So we will uh, start with the topics. I think we have already covered the Gauss elimination method, and we have also covered the Cholesky method. There is a combined method that is called as Gauss-Cholesky method. But before starting that, I would like to cover some of the points which I have missed in the Gauss elimination method. Okay, so I'm just going back one more time in the Gauss elimination method, and today's lecture we will see how this Gauss elimination method can be improvised for getting the solution of some of the equations. Okay, so let us begin. So I have let us say a simple 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so this is a 3 by 3 matrix. So I have, this is 1 3 5. Okay, then we have 1 3 and 3. This is 1 0 1, and this is multiplied with unknown vector, let us say a, b and c. Okay, and this will be equal to constants, that is 0 1 and 1. Okay, so now we have to find out the solution of this system of linear equations, so that we should know what are the values of a, b and c. Okay, so traditionally we will try to solve the same problem using the Gauss elimination method first. Okay, so let us do this with Gauss elimination method. Okay, so ideally in Gauss elimination method, what exactly we are doing is we are trying to convert the given matrix into a upper triangular matrix, such that the elements which are there in the first triangle, sorry, the lower triangle, they should be zero. Okay, so how to do this? For this we have to go for the row wise operation. Okay, so for row wise operation, I am going with the first the elements which are there in the first column. Okay, so I'll be working on these two elements. Okay, so these two elements are something like a, second row and first column. This is a, third row and first column. Okay, so if I want to eliminate these two elements, so what should I do? I should go with some expression, that is r2 should be equals to r2 into some factor minus say r1. Okay, this is what we have been doing till now. Similarly, the r3 can be replaced as r3 into, there is some factor minus say r1. Okay, now remember what has to be written over here. यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे, डिनोमिनेटर में क्या लिखेंगे और यहाँ पर क्या लिखेंगे? Somebody please tell me what should I write over here? Anyone? This should be,
A11 by A2.
yes, this should be A11, and here also this should be A11. Okay, because we are operating on the first column. That this is your first column. Okay, so this should be in the numerator. It should be A11. As far as the first equation is concerned, I should write here as A21, and here I should write this as A31. Okay, so let us try to eliminate one by one. Okay, so I'm working on the first element. Okay, that is a 21. Okay, so if I write a21, so this should be something like r2 will be 1 into, okay, sorry, so R2 will be 1 into A11. So A11 is something like 1, and A21 is also 1, and minus R1 is also 1. So new value of A21 will become 0. Okay. Similarly, if I go with something like A22, okay, so A22, so this factor is going to remain same. Okay, now this is R2, so R2 value is basically 3. Here also the R2 value is 3, so the new value of A22 will become 0. Similarly, if we go for A2 and 3, so A2 and 3, you will have some same coefficient, okay, minus. So A23, here it is 3 and here it is 5. Okay, so this is 3 minus 5, so this is going to give you minus 2. Okay, And then if I write this, I think I have not written this into a augmented form. So let me write down in this in the augmented form. So 135, and here you will be having 0. So this is 133, and this will be 1, and this will be 101, and this will be also 1. Okay, so now you will also have something like a second row and fourth column. So I'm basically talking about this one now. Okay, so the same expression will be there, 1 by 1 minus. Now the a sorry, r2 is now 1, and this will be now 0. So this is not going to change, this is going to remain same, this is 1. So these are the values of your row 2. Now similarly, you can have the values of row 3 also. So row 3 you will be having a31, a32, a33, and a34. Okay, so this will be operated as per the equation which are given over here. Okay, so if I go for a31, so a31 is basically 0, multiplied by a11 is 1, divided by a31 is also 1, minus r1 is also 1. So this is going to give you 0. Now this is going to remain same, the multiplication factor. Okay, so 1 by 1 minus. Okay, so now here I am going to write down entire r3 value. So this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 1, and here I am going to write down all the r1 values. Okay, so r1 values are nothing but 1, 3, 5, and 0. Okay, so please give me the answers, someone.
-3, -4, and 1.
Minus 3, minus 4, and 1. Okay, so now the matrix which we have written in the augmented form, now it is going to take a new shape. Okay, so let me write down that particular matrix. So your r1 is going to remain same, so this will be something like 1, 3, 5. Okay, we have a augmentation line over here, and here as at the end you will end up with something like 0, 0. This is I think -2, and this is 1. Correct type? And the lastly you will have something like 0, -3, -4, and 1 over here. Okay, so all the values, so you can see these are the row 1 value, sorry, second row value, 0, 0, -2, 1, 0, 0, -2, 1 I have written over here. And these are the row 3 value, 0, -3, -4, and 1, 0, -3, -4, and 1. Okay, so now in this particular case what has happened over here is we have successfully eliminated this, and we have converted to 0. Then we have also eliminated this. Now our aim over here is to eliminate this particular element. Okay, now how to eliminate this? Okay, so for this purpose, traditionally in Gauss elimination method, what we are doing is now r3 will be something like r3 minus, there will be, no sorry, not minus, multiplied by, there will be some factor minus r2. Okay, so here we are generally writing this is a22, and here we are writing a32. Am I right, student? Barabar hai ye?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? But now in this particular case, this is not going to work. Why? Because here the value of a22 is 0. Basically, the diagonal element which are coming in the second row, it is 0. So with the help of this 0 element, it is not possible for us to eliminate this to 0. Okay, even if you go, even if you try, the situation will be not favoring. Okay, so this is not going to solve. So now how to handle such situations, and these are some of the rare cases which you may face during the Gauss elimination method, where the diagonal element is becoming 0. Okay, when we have started with this problem, the diagonal element it was 3, but after the row operation, what has happened, that the diagonal element has become 0. Now how to deal with this? So there are two methods to deal with this. Okay, so the method 1. Okay, so method 1, we are switching the rows. Okay, so now we have already done the problem up to this point. So in this case, If we switch the rows, then also it is going to solve my purpose. Now, how to switch the rows? Switching rows is very simple. So we can have 1, 3, 5, and this will be 0. So in the switching row, I am just switching this row with this particular row. Okay, I'm just interchanging it. It is not going to make any difference as far as the solution is concerned. So here I am going to write down the third row in the second row. So this is 0, this will be minus 3, this will be minus 4 and 1. And here I am going to write the second row. Second row is 0, 0, minus 2 and 1. Okay, I have just exchanged the rows, and after the exchanging the rows, what I have found, that the lower triangle is now 0. If it is not 0, then you have to go for the operations like this. Okay, but fortunately the element has already become 0. So now my things becomes very simple. I can use the method of back substitution directly over here, and I can get the solution. Okay, so let us try to find out the solution using the method of back substitution. So in the method of back substitution, we are going with row 3. Okay, so row 3, or rather I should write the matrix so that it will be better. So here, if I write it in a matrix form, so it will be 1, 3, 5. Okay, this will be 0, minus 3, minus 4, this will be 0, 0 and minus 2. Here now you will have a, b and c. This will be equals to something like 0, 1 and 1. Okay, so now you can use the method of back substitution over here. Okay, so if you use method of back substitution, in that case we have to write the row 3 first. Okay, so I'm going to write down the row 3 first. So this is going to give me something like 0 times a plus 0 times b minus 2 times c will be equals to 1. So this is going to give me the value of c as minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is for the third row. So if you go for the second row, you will have same 0 times a minus 3 times b minus 4 times c equals to 1, out of which we have just now calculated the value of c as minus half. Okay, so this is going to give me the value of b. Somebody please give me the value of b.
minus 1.
No,
1 by 3.
plus or minus.
Plus.
This is 1
Plus.
by 3. Okay, so please check your calculations. Okay, and lastly, if I go with the first row, so this is something like 1 times a, okay, plus 3 times b plus 5 times c. This should be equals to 0, out of which we already know the value of c as minus half, and the value of b, okay, just now we have calculated, it is 1 by 3. So this is going to give me the value of a. Yes,
3
anyone?
by 2.
3 by 2. Okay, so these are the correct answers. Okay, so if you want to check the answers, so what you can do is, this is our original matrix. Okay, so let me write down the original matrix for you, just next to this one. So the original problem was like this. Okay, so it was something like 1, 3, 5. Then we have 1, 3, 3. This is 1, 0 and 1. Okay, and this is something like a, b and c, and this should be equals to something like 0, 1 and 1. Okay, so we already know the values of a, b and c. Okay, so you can substitute the values of a and b and c over here, and please check whether you are getting correct answer or not. Okay, so please check the last row. Okay, so you just multiply 1 with a, 0 with value of b and 1 with value of c. You should get the answer as 1. Are you getting this? Please check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so uh, this is first method, that is the switching of rows. So you have to just switch the rows like this. Okay, so now we'll see another method. Before that, are there any queries as far as this switching rows is concerned?
No, sir.
Hmm? Okay, good. So now I'll go for the method 2 now. That is switching of columns. Okay, so switching of columns. So if you refer your notes, you will find we have already done the problem up to this point. Okay, where the diagonal element is becoming 0. Okay, so I'm just copying and pasting the same matrix over here. Okay, so our matrix after one cycle, it was something like 1 3 5, then we have 0 0 and minus 2, and here you have 0 minus 3 and minus 4. Okay, this is what we have obtained over here. And then the augmented matrix I'm going to write down over here. So so this is something like 0 1 1. Am I right? Let me check. Yeah, 0 1 1. Okay, so now the problem with this particular matrix is it has the diagonal as 0. Okay, so in method 1, what we have done, we have changed the rows, but now we will exchange the columns. Okay, but before exchanging the columns, you need to understand that if you write this matrix, this augmented matrix, into actual matrix form, so it is 1 3 5 0 0 and minus 2. This is 0 minus 3 and minus 4. Okay, this is actually getting multiplied with a, b and c. Okay, and here you should get this as 0 1 and 1. Okay, so if you want to know what is this 0, okay, so 0 can be calculated by taking the multiplication of this row with this particular column, isn't it? So basically, if you see, this particular column represents the locus of a. Okay, this particular column represents the locus of b, or these value, the value of b should be multiplied with these columns, and this particular column is the multiplication of c. Okay, so if we interchange the columns, okay, for example, if we interchange the columns, your a and sorry, b and c, they will also get interchanged. Okay, so let me write the exchange values now. So yeah, I'm exchanging the b and c values. So b and c columns. Okay, so let me write a column. So this will be 1 0 and 0. Here this will be 5, this will be minus 2, this will be minus 4, and here the value of this will be 3 0 and minus 3. Okay, remember what I am doing over here. So my a value is going to remain same. Okay, but here now I have c value. Okay, and as far as this part is concerned, this is nothing but my b value. Is it clear, student? यहाँ तक ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but now here the sequence are going to change now. So here it will be a, now here it will be c, not b. Okay, and here it will be b. So when we have exchanged the rows, we have not done anything over here. It was remaining same. But when we are exchanging the columns, the this particular unknown vector, it is also going to get change. Okay, so the values, they are not going to change over here. These values, they will remain same exactly as it is. Okay, so have you understood this? Are there any queries? Yes, students, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now you see, in this particular matrix, we already have these two elements as 0. Now what is remaining is I need to eliminate this particular element. Okay, so now we have to make a 3 2, that is the third row and second column. This has to be eliminated to 0. So for this purpose, I need to go with r3 equals to r3 minus some factor minus r2. Okay, we can do this because r2 value is now, the diagonal value is now non-zero value. Okay, so here basically we are writing over here, this is a 2 2, and here we are going to write a 3 and 2. Okay, is it okay, student? Okay, so now if you go with this, So now I have four elements to deal with. One is a 31, a 32, a 33, and a 34. Okay, if I go for the augmented form. Okay, then we have the R3 row over here. Okay, so R3 is basically now 0, minus 4, minus 3, and 1. Okay, multiplied by. Okay, so multiplied by, you have now two coefficients a22. Okay, so a22 is minus 2 and a32 is minus 4. So this is minus 2 minus 4, minus 2 by minus 4, minus 2 by minus 4. Okay, minus, we have second row. So second row is 0, minus 2, 0, and here we have 1. Okay, so now can anybody give me the final value of row 3?
0, 0, minus 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 2.
Okay, someone please cross check. Yes, someone please cross check. Yes, someone please
Yes,
cross
sir.
check. ठीक है. Okay, so a b, so sorry, this is not b, now this is c, this is b. Okay, equals to, now you will have 1, sorry, this is 0, 1, and 1. ठीक है. Second row is going to remain same, so this is 0, minus 2, and 0. Now the last row, I think this value will change. So the last row is going to become 0, 0. This is minus 3 by 2, and here this is minus 1 by 2. Okay. So now in this particular matrix, you will find the lower triangle is now 0. Okay. So now we can use the method of back substitution, isn't it? Okay, so for this purpose we have to go with the third row. Okay, so third row is nothing but 0 into a plus 0 into c. Okay, minus 3 by 2 into b equals to minus half. So this is going to give me the value of b. कितना आ रहा है?
1 by 3. 1 by 3.
1 by 3. Very good. Okay, so now if I go with the second row, so second row is 0 into a minus 2 into c. Okay, plus 0 into b, and this is going to give you the value of 1, out of which we have already calculated the value of b. Okay, so the value of b over here, it is 1 by 3. So this is going to give me the value of c. How much is this?
Minus 1 by 2.
1 by 2. Okay, fine. Now lastly, if you go with the first row, okay, so this is the first row. So the first row will be something like 1 into a plus 5 into c. Okay, again this is c, right? And this is 3 into b, and this is going to give you the value of 0, where the value of b is 1 by 3, the value of c is minus half. Okay, so this is going to give me the value of a. कितना आ रहा है?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Okay, so you see the value of a which we have earlier obtained, this is 3 by 2, and this we have already checked also. So these are the correct answer, that is a should be 3 by 2. So yes, we are getting a is 3 by 2. Then we are getting b value as 1 by 3. So yes, b value is also 1 by 3 over here, and the value of c is minus half. So here also you can see the value of c is minus half. Okay, so there are both ways by which you can do, either you change the, or you interchange the columns, or you can interchange your rows. Okay, have you understood this? Are there any queries? Yes students, are there any queries?
No, sir.
ठीक है, ठीक है. So in the next class, in the next week, we will have a new topic where we can have the combination of Gauss and Cholesky method. ओके, तो तब तक थोड़ा सा Gauss मेथड और Cholesky मेथड दोनों एक बार ठीक से पढ़ लेना, बिकॉज इट्स अ मिक्सचर. So this both the methods should be clear to you. Okay, so we will stop now.